Hello everybody and welcome to a mountain debrief. It is the 20th of February, Hokkaido, Japan. Yeah, let out a collective sigh. Well, at least it is snowing. Yesterday it was 13 degrees, pretty much across the island. I was in Asahikawa, central Hokkaido, usually colder out there. Not yesterday. It was plus 13 degrees. It was melting. Sapporo also extremely warm yesterday. Slowly but surely the temperature went down. The storm definitely was delayed from what the original predictions were. I spent the night in Asahikawa. I did a little cardanchi in my car, actually. Slept in the car, so I was there with the elements. I was feeling the rain on the roof and the wind shaking the car. It was great. I definitely woke up with a sore neck. Anyway, the temperature did not go down as much or as quickly as was predicted. So this morning there was no snow on the ground in Asahikawa. Asahi Dake, the mountain, received about 6 to 10 centimeters of snow, probably in the early morning hours. Not sure if they're open today. They were closed yesterday. Sapporo Kokusai was also closed yesterday. Most of Hokkaido's resorts are rather affected by the southerly or easterly winds. West and northwest is our primary, wind. So when it comes from another direction, a lot of the resorts end up closing. And it was very, very strong winds yesterday. Now today on the return drive back to Sapporo, also extremely strong winds. But this time they're coming from the west to northwest. The wind direction has changed, but it is not that cold yet. We're still left with a lot of this warm, wet air that has come across, from the southerly direction. So right now in Sapporo it's a plus 1 degree. I do see snow, and I saw that it was snowing somewhat up in the mountains. Kiroro and Kokusai probably going to be receiving some snow today. I would expect it to be like -4, something like that up there. So I know there are a lot of people arriving now in Hokkaido or coming soon to Hokkaido, and you're looking at these weather forecasts. I even heard of people canceling their trips because of this warm weather. Well. You can do that. That's fine. You got to adjust things at the last minute. I do that too. We had a video shoot planned today. We had big dreams of deep powder, blue skies, having fun with the bros. Yeah, man, that was great. All that kind of stuff. And canceled. The big X, the big butts. So that did not happen. We canceled our shoot because, hey, you got to roll with the punches, This is what Hokkaido does. This is what winter weather does. It's just tough. I understand when you've spent a lot of money on plane tickets and you're over here and you're in your camping car and you're like, where the hell is the snow, man? Like, what's going on here? Let's go check Neil's channel. He always has the weather reports. Well, here we are. Basically, it is going to get good again, but it's going to take another day. That's just the basic fact. I really would be extremely surprised if someone was to message or comment today and say, hey, we had deep pow, we were making turns. Yeah, I think it's going to be very hard and icy underneath with a few centimeters here and there. And also these strong winds are going to be blowing the snow around in unpredictable manners. So now, the good news. The good news is that this is the beginning of another, at least it looks like 10 days of really cold, deep winter conditions. So hey, everything is going to get good again. We just got to hang in there. Tomorrow, another really cold day, and then from there on out, generally low temperatures it's like minus all the way. A couple days where in the city here we might see a plus, a 0 + 1 or something, but in general, the mountains are going to stay cold, and that is great news for everybody. So in the meantime, what to do on a day like today when and it's just crappy. And the more you try to go to the mountains, the worse it gets. You know, sometimes it's like that. The more you look at the weather app, the more you look at the webcams, like it just gets more frustrating, and you're like literally like just creating this terrible feedback loop of just bad conditions. We don't want to do that. So I say break the trend, and why not go to some of the wonderful cultural aspects of Japan. For example, the used shops. 2nd Street, Book Off, Hard Off, and Mandai. Those are my favorites. I say go spend the day checking out all the weird crap that is sold at some of these shops. Now, you can literally go on Google and just search Hard Off. I know the name's kind of funny. Or Book Off. Hard Off, Book Off is kind of a set sometimes. They'll be like Book Off, Hard Off together in one location. The other one is 2nd Street. 2nd Street is great. There's a 2nd Street outdoor where they actually sell, you'll find skis and snowboards and outdoor gear and camping and cooking and like all that kind of stuff. There's a couple locations in Sapporo. They're great. You can find really kind of antique, like camping mugs and all kinds of cool stuff. Audio equipment, games, figures, cards, you know, funky clothes, whatever. It's a great time. And on a bad weather day, it's a great thing to do. So there you have it, folks. I did not go to the mountains, so it's not technically a mountain debrief, but I went all the way to Hokkaido and I did check out the conditions. So we tried, you know. Okay, that's it for today. I'll be back with more commentaries and other stuff coming up. In the meantime, drive safe.